The last time cNed was active in the server.
Well, Zeus won't be active anymore. Entry picked up by KovaQ. And it seems that FUT still want to stick around. See if they can get something back in their favour. Still got to keep a note of where yetujey is playing. He's deep in towards spawn and there's players heading his way.
Anticipating this push coming in, both Les and Derke on his radar, and they will be now. A shot to the side of the head of MrFaliN, but yetujey can't quite find out where it's come from. He's found the first, but still, that's looking ever more likely.
Yeah, well, Vitality vacating this side of the map, they will need to be careful coming back into it. FUT will probably try and look for getting the numbers back in their favour, and with them having so much space to move into, they'll probably try to take that extra ground and see what they can find. Majority of the forces though for Vitality are coming from spawn, and that plant, well, it's not for CT, so where are FUT going to go here?
There's the captain and the partnership between the duelists. Still one flash left on Derke, but it's the flank from cNed we've got to be looking at. Lines up the first, but it's a quick twist and a shot from UNFAKE. Oh, he's managed to pick up a second as well, and now it's only Yetu remaining. He can isolate these fights as the captain is creeping his way. A few of them shown for the first time the other day, and with cNed being part of this force with the Outlaw already finding one, there is a lot of pressure on those two new players now.
Yeah, UNFAKE taking himself down to 10 HP with that second peak. You can see FUT, how they're still wanting to hold on to that A space, but it's MrFaliN we have to look at, and getting caught out in mid is not going to be good at all. That allows Vitality a little bit more comfortability.
Vitality did struggle to build off of any momentum they'd had from pistol rounds before, and we'll get to that in just a bit. So you can see the reason why FUT want to crack down on this early with a purchase, but it's only going to make things more difficult. We know how Haven plays as a map, especially on the attack side. This is where you should be favoured. Vitality opting to defend first, and so far so good. Cypher set up towards C, should be bypassed. Plant a possibility here, but very quickly you're already seeing that reaction come through middle.
Yeah, I'm really liking this from Vitality, and well, the Cypher setup will be cleared out, and Vitality in the same margin have went and re-cleared a lot of this map. Heels trying to get onto the engagements, it's not pretty though.
Stunned up in the corner, Zeus gets another, now it's a 2-on-2.
Zeus now trying to find more, trying to see what he can see in through CT, and it's
got the same with the Hunter's Fury, but it's all hands on deck. 4 players now on the A site ready to receive FUT in this execution.
Not cleared towards Graffiti. KovaQ gets the first, and well, still kept even! Whoa! But not before qRaxs gets his! And well, as the announcer says, with the spike down and not a lot of time left, FUT need to get a move on, still need to clear towards in hell, and well, yetujey's actually doing it, and now it's all up to Les.
Great display from the Brazilian last week. Now in the 2 versus 1, wants to get out on site early.
He's not being allowed it though, that's the problem. So Spike will go down. One more cage to work with if he wants to try and use that to get out entirely.
And already you can see that in motion for Vitality.
Finally this time they'll be able to get rid of the Cypher cam, but it has activated the Hunter's Fury in tow, and qRaxs gets caught out. And on top of that, Derke gets another, so Pain.
This is brilliant from Derke.
He's ready for this. Just holding on to the right-hand side of the smoke, but well, cNed will actually use from the shadows to get in towards A Heaven, committed to it, and they've managed to get around Derke's up entirely.
KovaQ has all of the info here, both duelists ready to fight.
They are, and well, Derke's the first one, and he's denied the spike. Time so low. This is not looking good whatsoever for FUT, as it's now all up to cNed. Has to get the spike down as well, and Vitality are giving him up.
But finally, you see an injection of pace, the football towards the long side. Derke stunned and an ult to support. It has managed to catch a target, so while KovaQ is fighting elsewhere, the rest of his team holding it down on the site. UNFAKE picking up one. And it makes for a 3-on-3. This is a great position for FUT to be in.
Can easily flood back out here though.
qRaxs also has the ultimate to try and reinforce, fortify something, but they fall instead. yetujey now thrust into the clutch, and with an op in hand on this wide angle, cage to his side, surely there is no chance. Unless he gets overlooked, but
the seaside, but Derke's here. He's TP'd in. He's looking to get an engagement.
Forced to withdraw from the situation. Big reveal backside. Zeus with a huge target on his back. Kicks will shoot him down. Still, Vitality in a position to flood this retake, and with Derke's ult committed, they will.
Clearing through the ulties, but that is a big ultimate to delay.
And FUT just not really in a position to keep challenging this. No extra input backside. And with that, it falls 4-on-2. Both players still on a very open line, trying to fight through long, but with the smoke dropped in, this recon has to do the heavy lifting and stop Kicks from getting half. It's not landed. He just full sticks it. Well, yetujey will walk away with all the kills he could have asked for. The round continues to evade. Can we really see a different version of this team? Do we need to? Because right now, KovaQ has his own new lease on life. It's another first blood.
Still, you look at Vitality, they're starting to encircle this push from FUT. Yeah, you have the A space, but you're not really getting anywhere near the site, and KovaQ's looking for more.
Playing around the own smoke. It's just too easy. Another investment from FUT, which might just be amounting to nothing. KovaQ is a man remade on Haven today. With cNed flashed in the corner. Kicks is positioning on C as well. He's very ready to disengage, and there is the ult back through.
Yeah, and it's Zeus that's been caught. That's the rifle. That's the important member of FUT. And that's the one that can bite back, which he does. In towards the site, execute. There's more ultimates invested, but Derke at least keep things even, but not for long. It just sends it forward. This has been FUT's best chance at a round.
And of course it comes from Zeus. The ult will expire, but the gun's still hot in his hands. Both players retaking spawn side. Plenty of money for Vitality. You give this a go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, one cage to get out, but that happening right there, that kill could be the disaster. Still though, hold on, delay, trying to stop the players getting out, but they finally do. In towards the new angles, not clearing back sight as Zeus gets his ace.
I wanted to have coming into this is that we saw a FUT that can still win matches without a stunning display from Zeus. So how do they look when he does show up? That's what has been required to get this one started. How much further?
Giving that up and deciding to go for the rifle, but this is an aggressive take as the players send it. I mean, they're trying to refight him, but it's Vitality who are coming out on top. You can't even get
the attack side, as we've seen him sent to Omen here. Just now removing the dart from the spy cam. Vitality able to get bodies over, no problem.
Still though, cNed trying to get out from Garage, and you know, KovaQ on the other side, he's been very good in these engagements, very good when he has to brawl his way through, but huge cNed who comes out on top, and he's looking to dip away straight away.
Well, he has the ultimate here as well, so as soon as the hat confirms that there is nobody towards the A side of the map, that's exactly where he'll go. Not the spike carrier though.
No, not the spike carrier, but also on top of that, you've got to be looking at a cipher wire, right? The fact that no one's interacted with it, sure, that's the Omen that's further ahead, but you're thinking that probably right now it is placed for a retake.
Where the bodies sit on the ground right now, FUT also know that Vitality is still occupied with mid, as the info reconfirms that both are playing from site.
That line through on towards CT, at least they're able to deny that information coming through the old drone. Now it's even, and time ticking away. That's the ally for FUT here, as we see right now, UNFAKE in towards CT, the bow's being seen, and cNed knows there's a player close by. That operator waiting, and there's a no-scope, the classic out, but instead it's the an operator now. Derke versus cNed, and it's Derke who comes out on top first.
Another player catching a lot of damage. qRaxs getting away with his life, but the same can't be said for their captain.
I mean,
leading the line, kill impact in the server. One here for the task at hand, and Zeus has relieved him of his duties. Plant goes in, FUT a man down, but that hasn't seemed to be a problem in the last couple.
That forced to play on site, and well, FUT looking for more space.
Paranoia back in, yetujey's position revealed, less clamping down. Vitality looking to make sure that this will be number 9, and UNFAKE
have to stop FUT in this next half being able to contest them. A pistol round would probably be enough to close this out, or you'd think that would be the case. Seems as if this is going towards B. Or you would think that. It's just a fake, and they're depositing cNed towards the back of B.
Nice rehearsed opening. He gets backside control, now playing from Gong. Forces UNFAKE to invest the drone, and don't know if it was expiring or what, but he fired the recon bolt pretty early, so there's still a huge question mark in the middle of the map.
Yeah, and Derke is showing that the middle of the map is his. cNed still back there and not activating whatsoever. His Vitality work around that, and well, Derke in the back lines, it's starting to once again get a little bit claustrophobic for FUT.
Yeah, the map has flipped. MrFaliN has to be careful. It's another round where he drops in the back line and the spike goes down. Derke solving problems yet again for Vitality, as it's another 4 versus 2.
Last player standing.
And on top of that,
30
cNed,
seconds left.
even though being able to play that Joker card, and it looked like in the late round that would be absolutely spectacular. He's left all alone with 20 seconds left.
It's the deep clear in which this round
Giving up,
is
hey?
playing a full retake. This smoke through mid is just going to add another spanner to the works. It's a fake plant and a TP from Derke,
I
but
like that.
it's going to take a while for him to get to A, and they already had the site at their disposal. So in many ways, it feels like the strat has gone better than planned
30
at this
seconds
point.
left.
Yeah, FUT now scratching their heads as to what's happening, but they're starting to get an idea now as they lean heavier towards A, and Vitality, they've still got a lot of utility when that retake comes through.
To counter paranoia, a couple flashes, recon as well, but FUT can say the same. Their initial combo of utility doesn't meet much of a response, no capitalization, so they send it in at a second chance, and it's a flood of red hitting the feed. cNed needing yet another clutch. He'll find 3.
To take note of as this round develops, and Derke, oh mate, that flash was absolutely perfect, and it stopped Zeus's stunt from getting anywhere near him. Completely blind, and now Vitality look to encroach that A site, but less. Just making sure to play late into this round.
Derke's still going, he doesn't care! He makes FUT sweat! And with 3 already under his belt, final player's been brought into the shadow. qRaxs always a player who is so good at putting his life on the line to set up the play, but Derke's read it ahead of time. Those kind of decisions are what makes you one of the best.
He's using the own attack Viper Wall against Vitality's his skills up there. A big duel against less, and well, unfortunately, it looks to be a clean sweep by the attack so far.
Just waiting now to group up and take the C site in unison. qRaxs waiting at the back. Still has a horn and a headshot onto UNFAKE, but can't hang around for too much longer. Forced to drop back. Zeus looking to get played in by some utility, but it's just not happening. Not right now. Vitality with every single pistol in the bag so far, and they'll look to make it 3 for 3 up against qRaxs.
Getting a kill. And I mean, this from Derke, you can't kid a kidder, right?
Exactly.
He knows exactly what is waiting. I mean, a lot of this is FUT trying to take these 1v1.
Positioning here with the paranoia, can catch a few targets, but KovaQ unblinded, unperturbed, holds up the rest of his team. cNed work to do himself here on site, but forced to disengage, so Vitality in a position to look to try and move to post, but Zeus overlooked.
Need to be careful because KovaQ is so low, but at least he has the ultimate for post, and that's exactly what's being used.
Timing on less here as well through waterfall. qRaxs just moving the crosshair away a little sluggishly. It has made the call to then go ahead and retake the site. There is one player away from the rest of the pack, but less now grouped up through the revolving door. A 3 versus 2 played out from main. Only kicks now, and it's his chance to show what he's made of, and he's gonna make them pay!
Even use it. Well, he's used it on E main.
He forced to, because Les put the Viper util up, and now it's the C hit, and that showstopper does get a return.
Yeah, that is the value that we were speaking about, although KovaQ caught out by MrFaliN, and it's an easy pivot now towards B, but there's plenty of players waiting. Zeus gets the showstopper out and gets value as well.
Also Discipline drops back, lets them peek into him, and with 3 more kills, Les needs the same amount.
Vitality, but they've never really scaled up off the back of it.
You can see Derke getting very active in the comms here. I think he hears the click of the cam, and that's how he knows there was a contact piece. It's cNed that follows it up eventually. And it's his paranoia which gives them the notice.
He's tried to take a lot of timing through, but cNed is holding on, and he's done a lot of damage here, looking for an angle for the next engagement, but now Vitality slowly start to combine their forces and hit this site.
Brilliant positioning from cNed, but the shots just aren't there. Dodged the reveal. Kick certainly didn't. The spike can now go in. It's an open plant from UNFAKE. MrFaliN's going to spam it. It stops the pole from being able to fully commit, and with time dwindling 10 seconds or less, it has to be kicks. He had the ult less this time. He is forced to back off.
cNed isn't though. He's not backing off at all. He was wanting to get the engagement, but less well aware as the players try to bust through. Vitality will make it.
KovaQ just outside the valence of B right now. And the Boombot already heading into Hobbit. You start to get an idea of what Vitality are planning here. A B finish with MrFaliN right in the middle.
Yeah, it's gifting things now to Vitality, our FUT. And with the spike making its way through B main, you can tell exactly where this is going to end. FUT though, in a 2 versus 5, where do you even begin this? Is it going to be a save? I mean, looking at the money, I don't think that's a good choice. Unless they maybe want an operator in the next round.
I think you also have to be considering Vitality's own finances and seeing how much you can chip away at the rock face there. Yetujey has already found one. UNFAKE, the least wealthy of the lot, but you always expect that from the IGL. He's been a lot more supportive in that sense so far on this map. No assists, actually.
Yeah, interesting. Time now starting to tick away as we look at this being definitely a Vitality round, and they have been reserved in their position and not wanting to re-engage, but they'll catch out Yetujey. And well, that'll be...
If FUT are to get stuck in, there could be problems, and it's the op that wins the... They can stack this a little heavier if they want to, but still, the focus is A.
Yeah, and now you've got to be looking at Yetujey with the Seagull. He's stuck in no man's land with no way out.
30 seconds left.
Oh, it seemed to be the case. No, he's going to manage to escape in towards the attack smoke and respect what Vitality are putting forward with. Next to no time, the spike will go down.
Bring me the arsenal!
There's even more delay through the Steel Garden being used.
There's only one player caught in it, Yetujey. Vitality expecting more of FUT in this retake. The troops only now starting to gather together, and a hefty investment here. Can they really pull this off?
That's going to be the question. Is that players don't know. The paranoia is perfect, and it's now KovaQ.
The paranoia just to make sure they're blinded up as well. And the return is huge from
details. We are now beginning to scale up towards that C mound, and this is now allowing for players start to lean heavier towards A, but the site isn't the final destination, or so it would seem, as the players kind of prodded towards stairs instead. No, through tree they go. It will finally be the players. The site anchors under fire as Yetujey is the first to go. qRaxs now trying to move from backside to further up close and making it one! 3 of the best from him.
Here.
And making sure FUT have an advantage.
Pick coming in from Les, trying to fortify what is left of this site hold as it's beginning to crumble between him and UNFAKE. They have to go huge, and Les has made it a 2-on-2.
Numbers back, all even. xeus trying to get a spam.
Timing.
UNFAKE is low, and well, as you say, the time's starting to get low itself. What can cNed do to even break through this? Not a whole lot. Tries to take a different approach, a different angle. He's onto the spike, but his health is going as well as the time. And well,
Yetujey gets caught in transition. The push is coming in from B main. That's the TP. They will have heard cNed making his escape. And as I said, that one-player Hobbit, Yetujey, now put under a lot of stress in this situation to try and do his best effort on B. Quietly under the radar for now, but Derke will remove him.
Well, and the rest of the FUT are finally here, but not before Vitality have set up a perfect post plan.
Showstopper coming in, Derke trying to bash on the door and find a way out, but xeus will dig him a grave instead. 4v4 situation, and it's a deep post plant. The flash will hit from the wall of the Vice, and KovaQ laid up to get traded out. Numbers in their favor. qRaxs has to go on the offensive again to lead FUT to a 5th round, but it might just be their undoing instead. It's with a crossfire on the other side.
Oh, unfortunately, Derke just tries to go and take an engagement. Still even though, through UNFAKE, and KovaQ from backside spams through the smoke and gets 3!
Spike down A.
Spike left all on no man's land. Well, I say no man's land, it's Vitality's land. And yetujey needs to try and collect it as well as fight 3 clean fights.
Asking a lot of him in this position. Just digging out that first fight is everything, and the timing just about gets past the horn. This could be the crack in the door which he needs to wedge open.
Tries to go up.
Spotted.
Yeah, exactly, and all 3 players are here as KovaQ tries to take a timing round the side and gives yetujey a 1 versus 1. 4 bullets in the chamber, still going.
Still moving in towards B, and with the sand control, it's too easy for less. Shot through the side of the box, and yetujey drops. xeus back in, and restoring order. Restoring numbers, giving an advantage to FUT. cNed's late positioning is strong, but the spike's still not made its way to the site, and that's a problem.
Derke's starting to activate, just misses the timing on catching that spike and the transition we were speaking about. But qRaxs on the other side, he's the one closest to that spike plant, and he's telling Derke to get a move on because they want to fight.
qRaxs needs to be somewhat moderate in his approach here. Doesn't want to overcommit too much until Derke finds himself in position. Here he is, full belt of util, paranoia, that's the distraction. Derke laid up, but only one. And that simply won't cut it in this situation. qRaxs has already gone 1v3 back and reinforced some of this space. Rotation making its way over. This B control for Vitality has massively aided them in doing so.
Well, Vitality at the same time, they're wanting to play for the retake. They're setting themselves up for that, waiting to combine their forces, but that has allowed utility to go down for FUT to hold on.
That broken still. Huge stockpile of utility for Vitality into the retake, and Kova prowling the front lines, making it look easy as the Phantom quickly scours away 2 players. Scratched off the face of this round. FUT faltering with only 2 remaining. Their utility to stall this out.
That's exactly what he's playing for.
Look at the TP!
Still hanging about, and maybe he's hung about a little bit too long, as that's an upgrade, and well, even continuing forward, and that's the problem. cNed dying to the thorns, and it's all even in a very weird way.
But Derke losing his life there makes it a 3-on-3. Nightfall coming in, qRaxs has his with 1 more kill.
Yeah, paranoia as qRaxs tries to stop players getting on to the fight, but when they do, they're going to win it out. Still though, the re-engage from CT, the re-clear is perfect, and yetujey has 2A with an Odin. And well, there's a little bit of mid-rounding through B main, and well, it's going to activate the showstopper straight away. And Derke gets his opposite number.
Knows better than to hang around for any more fights there. The red glitch pop is back, but it's the showstopper that gets things started on what could be the final round for Vitality. A procession towards the finish line with cNed. Bringing it back to a 4-on-4.
Keeping things even. Big reveal. Lights up the players coming through, but as they try to deny the space, UNFAKE buys it through his silent drop. Now cNed trying to get some of his own and doing so successfully, but he's all got to do it. It's got to be an ace clutch. Still has 2 TPs in which to work, 1 expended through towards tree, but instead cut down.